I'ma be the way I am until I fucking die. And if you don't like it, die first then, bitch. But anyway.
Bitch, I am gagged. Me, in the top for a runway challenge. Truly unprecedented. I feel like I've regained my footing in the competition, and I'm so excited to see what comes next.
I'm safe, he's safe, she's safe, they're safe, we're all safe. So, yay, another week. I mean, I'm sure this was only because otherwise, like, same reason as the return, then not every runway would be shown. But I can't complain because that means I get to stay here longer. Which I was gonna say means I'm closer to the crown, except it doesn't because actually no progress was made, but it's still fun.
Sour got a bloody win. Not a fan of that. She's taken my title of second best DTI queen, and I will not be the worst one out of the three. Absolutely not. But good thing is Hanabi and Sour crash and burn at the site of the comedy challenge. And there's a lot of those, so don't think they're gonna last that much longer. And I hope Hanabi leaves soon because she's a big threat and the only threat towards me and the crown. So need her to leave now so I can win, right?
Well, yes, I won. Hanabi sweep. Nobody can really do what she do, and honestly, I'm the most fashionable bitch here, so I won the ball.
So I've survived another episode, and going into the episode, I really thought I had a chance at winning. It kind of dwindled once I saw like the level everyone brought. It was really sickening, which is why no one went home, but I really wanted the win. I really thought I could get it. I'm a little upset that no one understood my body look. I thought that was really sickening, and it kind of just like fell flat, I guess. So here's to hopefully a win for IKEA car.
Hello, my finger friends. For this week's challenge, you will be featured on Top Thing magazine of up-and-coming queer coding. Your job is to create an app, a magazine cover, and an article about the app and yourself to be featured on Top Thing magazine. Now get to the stage. Gaga! Hey! First, I will pull out my iThing, sponsored by Thing Mobile, to show you all the incredible apps made by our contestants. First, Fucka by Frith.
Welcome to the Fucka app. The Fucka app offers 4 distinct services. Let's start with single mom. Have you been on Royale on IVF? Come as you are with sweatpants and some juicy hentai. Moving on to Fucka Plan B baby. Finding and acquiring birth control. We here at the Fucka app believe in contraception. Our goal is to help you find it if you need. Now on to Fucka Therapist. We offer a therapy program. None of the therapists are real. That's just like a legal disclaimer. Last but not least, Sexistential.
Next, Pick Me by Hanabi.
I'm proud to introduce to all of you our state-of-the-art, cutting-edge app called Pick Me. You can ask the apps for things like, will I get trade tonight? Or, is gay culture toxic? In a way, a lot of it is hookups and actual relationships. And our state-of-the-art technology will decide whether it's true or false. All of you might say, isn't that basically a magic 8-ball? And fuck, you're right. You might also say, isn't this basically AI? Don't worry, we took some of Max's brain cells, and you can really tell, huh? That runway? Yeah. So what are you waiting for? Come use it now.
Next, Autistique by IKEA.
Autistique is a groundbreaking, innovative new companion for anyone struggling to fit in during their day-to-day life. The homepage features a wheel of different assistances, from ways to start small talk, how to understand social cues, and even a live advice chat where you can get one-on-one help from a real worker at Autistique. When it comes to the graphics, we at Autistique wanted to keep it simple, sleek, and effective. No visual blur to confuse users, no menus within menus, just straight to the point help. Here are some testimonials from happy customers. I'm Max, and everyone told me the Shard and Bergner jokes were tired. Oh, with the joke generator feature, I was able to get my comedic chops back. Thanks, Autistique. I'm Loda, and I've been told I'm callous and rude. With the social cue feature, I've been able to get my composure and come off as more approachable. Thanks, Autistique. With just one tap, you too can go from autistic to autistique.
Next, Trade Checker by Loda.
Have you ever wanted a dating app with 100% accurate results? Well, I have just the thing for you. Introducing Trade Tracker, the only place where anybody that could be labeled as trade within a 10 feet radius. You may be asking, what if I don't know the type of person I'm looking for? Well, no need to worry, because we have you fill out an 100-page essay to determine your personality type. Whether you like the look of elf twinks, finger, anthropomorphic characters, IKEA, or people that just look straight up like shit, Max. No matter who you're looking for, we have the person just for you. Isn't that right? Can I get an amen up in here? Hey! Oh, you're all a bunch of single fucks, aren't you?
And Gerda's Locker by Max.
Are you fashionably challenged? Constantly ridiculed by your peers for always dressing like a whore? Try Gerda's Locker, the new App Store sensation currently taking the fashion world by storm. When opening the app for the first time, you will be prompted to make an account, free of charge, and soon after you'll be greeted by the fashion icon herself, Gerda Wartlocker. To get started, tap the dress icon to upload one of your less than stellar looks, and within seconds she'll tell you what you can do to make your look go from shit to chic. Or, if you're a lazy bitch, she can fix your look for you. Behind this innovation is an army of brilliant scientists here at the Silly Cat Company who use advanced 3D technology to help you bring your vision to life. And don't worry, Gerda's Locker is 100% AI free, because although I may be an asshole, I'm not a dick. Tap the globe icon to access the Global Fashion Showcase. From here, you'll be able to share your own looks with other users from all over the world. You can like and comment on others' looks, join online fashion houses, and if you dare, you can even host your own fashion competitions. The app's interface is also completely customizable. By tapping the settings icon at the top of the screen, you can edit the background and the UI of the app to better reflect your sense of style. As you can see, mine is inspired by the beautiful island of Floptropica. What are you waiting for? Download Gerda's Locker today.
Now, before we continue to the top Thing magazine cover and articles, you may notice we do not have Sour Patch. This is because the content turned in by Sour Patch this episode was made with AI, and that is something we do not endorse whatsoever. So I do not have any interest in showing that on my show. With that being said, I have made the executive decision to disqualify Sour Patch from the competition due to this matter. We move on. Now showing Top Thing magazine. First, Friff.
Fucka Friff, a brand new app that's changing the game. The Fucka app is an app which aims to do it all. With 4 distinct sections, this app has much to offer. When I set out to make Fucka, I wanted to create something that had never been done before. Unfortunately, I couldn't think of anything, so I made the first joke I thought of. It was not without hardship, however. When I first pitched the idea to Nevea Season, She told me she already made that joke like 3 times. This only made me work harder. I got straight to work developing something never before seen, and thus, Fucka was born. Fucka was first thought of a few days ago. However, its name comes from the Robin song Sexistential, where Robin sings, "Fuck a app, fuck a single mom, fuck a plan B baby, fuck a therapist." Those lyrics inspired 3 of the app's tools: single mom, plan B baby, and therapist. I built Fucka using the philosophies of these words: finding love, birth control, and therapy. The 4th tool, called Sexistential, is specifically for fun. When you open the app, it will begin to stream Sexistential and play a video of someone dancing. Through this, you are able to do anything you want while streaming the song. Order groceries, read a book, apply for a job, read a bitch, end max, and anything else you can do. On a serious note, some of you need to download this app, because the way you are so quick to dismiss queer identities you don't understand is not cute. When I designed the Fucka logo, I wanted to pay homage to the song that started it all. Robin used Venn diagrams. I wanted to show that in a fun but simple way, showing the colors blend where the circles overlap. I would like to tell all those reading to never give up on your dreams. Even if someone says you're going home for doing something basic, turn it around and make it unique. Make it different, make it your own. Take your concept and make it better than anything anyone else would do. I aim to do that with Fucka. Fucka will make its debut in the near future once I find out how to code and design an app. Fucka app, Fucka single mom, Fucka plan B baby, Fuck a therapist, but most importantly, fuck a hater and fuck a nasty spirit.
Next, Hanabi.
Ever since I was young, I had doubts in my mind like, is Cher really Cher? And could I like pussy if I was paid 10 million in cash? They bothered me so much and I couldn't think like Loda. And so I went to Harvard and I studied in a community college. I'm too dumb and broke for Harvard. I learned programming and made this app. Does it run well? It runs as well as IKEA. Well, she's a fat whore, so she's basically running anywhere.
Next, IKEA.
Creating the Autistic app wasn't about a fun idea or a spark of inspiration. It was made to be a resource to all my fellow neurodivergents who find themselves feeling othered in a world so centered around communication. I found myself feeling quite awkward in this competition, always trying to fit into varying results. My comedy isn't always comedic, my attempts at conversation that seemed so natural for some always fell flat. The Autistic app is a reflection on ways I've stumbled and how I want to overcome them. Being featured in Top Thing means that I've made it. My time in this competition has almost ended more than once, but despite the odds, I've picked myself up and persisted. Hopefully, there's some other reader who feels similar and can relate, because if not, what was it all for?
Next, Loda.
I have always struggled with identifying trade, of course, because you can't tell what fags each person even likes, whether it's smoking it or smoking it. So I wanted to create an app that solves pretty much all of these issues. And I believe within the 2 days that this app has been in production, we have accomplished a lot. First of all, we sucked off the folks in Dragon's Den. It's quite nice. For a quick and easy 200k. For all you American cunts, that's what we call Shark Tank over here, innit? We have also already went bankrupt, and our production team has been banned from all public media channels. So I'm taking this opportunity to showcase our brand and what we have accomplished so far within our 2 days of production, because I believe it's just fucking stunning. Well, that's it really. To fill out my runtime, I'm gonna retell a very heartbreaking story. Wow, that were a rough night, JJ. I know, caravan nearly took off, it were that windy. Oh, dare we open curtains, Donya? Oh, I don't know, we might have ended up in Emerald City. I swear I just seen Tin Man walk past windy. I did. How are we gonna get home, Donya? We'll do it just like Dorothy.
And Max.
The Orcish and the Share, an autobiography by Miss Maxine Humpenbergner. My story is one of two women, myself and my inner saboteur. I grew up in the small town of Constipation, Virginia. Life there was pretty bleak, to say the least. As a child, I so desperately wished to escape to a land where I could express myself freely, unburdened by shame and regret. A land where I could be happy. Eventually, I stopped wishing. I had accepted this life for myself. That is, until she appeared like a fairy godmother. Lou Cher. She said to me, "Bitch, you better snap out of it and move to Finger City. Whoa!" For the first time in years, I felt it. Hope. Before I knew it, I was on a plane heading towards my new life. Finger City was everything I had thought it would be and more. I had finally found a place where I belonged. By a strange twist of fate, I became the host of the hit talk show Bossy Maxine, but, like everything, it had to end. With nothing else to do with my time, I decided to dip my fingers into the world of fashion. Oh, how naive I was. They called me basic. They called me a whore. They hated me. I hated me. Those old feelings of shame bubbled back to the surface, and I fell into a deep pit of despair. I don't know where I'd be now if it weren't for my dear friend Gerda Wortlocker. She pulled me from the darkness and brought the light back into my world. One beautiful summer evening on vacation in Floptropica, Gerda shared with me some words of wisdom that I'll remember forevermore.
I see now that the circumstances of one's birth is irrelevant. It is what you do with the gift of life that determines who you are.
In that moment, it hit me. A surge of inspiration. With the help of Gerda and the brilliant minds at the Silly Cat Company, I created Gerda's Locker, an app that aims to guide the fashionably challenged, like myself, and to create a space in which they can thrive. Best wishes to you and your family, Miss Maxine Humpenbergner.
Thank you all. Now on the runway, category is... Huh? What? Stop sign. Look inspired by any road sign. First, Frith.
This one sucks, and I'm very aware of it. I wanted to do a real road sign, and I was gonna do a bunny look, but there's no real bunny crossing signs. So I just went with narrow bridge crossing, and you know, like you see the vision, right? The body hair is like the stripes down the middle of the bridge, and it's like it goes in, like, because it's a narrow bridge and it's snatched. Can the next person go, or am I the last one?
Next, Hanabi. Well, for my road sign look, I decided to do extreme cold. And mama, look at her. She's extremely cold. But like, it's ice, you know? It's like diamonds and everything on her body. It's giving glamour. It's giving expensive. It's giving like you can't afford this even if you tried. It's giving Elon Musk can't even afford it. And yes, it's very sickening when you walk down a runway. Next, IKEA.
Red light, green light. The look I'm presenting is based off a traffic light. It's kind of the most quintessential road sign, if you think about it. Is a traffic light a road sign? I don't know. I didn't pass English class. Okay, did you? Because if you did, you probably wouldn't be in an online drag race simulator. So how about we all just agree that this look kind of nibbled a little bit, okay? It's on theme. and honestly, that was all I was trying to accomplish.
Next, Loda.
For my road sign look, I wanted to do like a cautions road sign, and I feel like this is very fashion forward. It takes the concept and flips it on its head, and this is absolutely my favorite look that I've made for this competition.
And Max.
Why did the cow cross the road? Well, it couldn't because there wasn't a cattle crossing sign, and you, speeding down the road at 90 miles an hour, hit the cow, killing it on impact. You killed the cow, and you are why we need road signs.
All right, now for critiques. First, Frith. I'm just gonna start off by saying you look fucking horrendous. I'm assuming this is the other look you said you had in mind for the ginger category. And in that case, they are both more chopped than Freddy Krueger butthole. But fuck, app was nice. It gave very calm app tease. I will say you would get copyrighted very fast. But the features are very useful, very woke, very helpful, and of course it's a funny inspiration, even though I did state that, and you stated that I made the joke first, but anyways. I do think you did a good job this week, if I close my eyes, because it did kind of bother me also that the bottom circle on the logo wasn't overlapping the middle circle as much as the top circle was. Autism.
I like the joke of your app. I got it instantly. Love Sex Essential, but I wish it was more you and not so heavily focused on Robin. Anybody could have made this app and it would have been like, oh yeah, it's Robin. But again, I did think it was funny. Now, the runway was funny looking. It didn't make sense of your sign. Very ugly, very bland. Was giving Max. I don't know what the fuck you were thinking. I also have to drag you for this app icon because I think it's cute, but without the voiceover, it doesn't make much sense. I would not have guessed that by the app cover without the voiceover. I will now give you your 10s. I do like that your home screen wasn't just that. It's what happens when you click the different options. Now, it was just different yellow screens with different text, but it was still something that nobody else had. I also loved the autobiography. I thought it was super funny and I was super entertained, and it got me very hyped for the app. And I love this magazine cover. Definitely my favorite one. I love that you were very 3D in it and that it was straight to the point without feeling empty. I loved it.
Next, Hanabi. I'll also start off with your look. This is kind of just a bunch of bullshit thrown together. I don't really get it. Like, I get what you were going for, but you just look like a bedazzled cocoon. And Mama, this challenge, your app was terrible. The home screen was, I don't even know what the fuck that was. The logo looks like a money laundering scheme brand, and the magazine cover looks like baby's first computer access. What the hell?
Your whole package this week felt very low effort. The magazine cover is just you standing there with a speech bubble next to you, and frankly, it looks like you just picked some free template on Canva and went with it. Your article was also very low quality from the visuals, which was just a photo of you next to a bunch of text that also looked like you got it from a free template and decided to edit nothing, to the actual words in it feeling very rushed and lazy. It didn't make me want to download your app either. It was just you recycling reads you've already done for these people. And the voiceover for the app also felt very lazy. I also think your runway does not help you at all because it's just doing way too much. I don't I don't think it gives extreme cold either. It feels more like, oh, there's a ocean nearby. There's flooding, or there's some mining cave. I don't know, but it does not give extreme cold. I also think it's very messy in parts, especially above the mermaid skirt. It's just, it does too much. But I'll give you this. I don't hate the app icon. I probably wouldn't have used the app name at the bottom, but I do think if you didn't, it would also kind of come off lazy, so I guess it's fine.
Next, IKEA. This look is okay. But why is your coochie out? I like the jacket, but this is where sincerity counts. This is where it makes sense. You almost nailed this challenge to me. If only you would have edited the cover and article page better, because neither of them really look like they belong on a magazine, but you nailed the article speech and you nailed the app aspect to a T. I am gagged.
I really liked doing this challenge. Everything felt very well thought out, and you knew what you wanted, and it was expressed very clearly. I personally wish the visuals were more flashy, but at the same time, you're making an app for autistic people. You definitely don't want it to be visually overstimulating. So I understand why it's like that. I just so happen to be on like the complete other side of the spectrum where I want it to be like that, but I think it's a good choice that you did that. I also really liked your autobiography. It felt very real, it felt very personal. I loved it. I also thought your comedic bits were pretty solid, which is great because comedy is something you've struggled with at every point in your life. So glad that worked out for you. I will say one thing I didn't like was the icon of the app. It works visually as well. It fits right into the app. But just like your runway, it is a bit ugly. Well, your runway is hideous, but the icon is just, yeah. I will also give you the runway though. It does match your sign. If someone said you're doing a traffic sign look, I'm like, oh, obviously that's this one. Duh. It's just disgusting to look at.
Next, Loda. I love when people gag me. And you gagged me. The app concept is fun. I love the colors you went for. But I just have to say, I have no issue with being rough around the edges sometimes. I usually ignore it because it's not a big deal. But I've noticed there's a lot of small details with you that are just a little off sometimes. For instance, in this challenge, in your app voiceover, there were multiple times that you cut yourself out and restarted your lines, but you didn't cut out the line you restarted. So you were just chopping yourself in and out over and over again. And then the title in the magazine cover isn't aligned in the middle. So the E at the end is almost just cut off. And then the point in the selection screen for Twink is almost just entirely cut off of the screen. It's just little details that can be fixed so easily, you know?
I was not a big fan of you this week. I think your concept is very basic. This whole find the trade, where's the trade shit, I do think it's kind of tired. Also, a lot of it didn't make much sense to me. Your icon's cute, but for a trade tracker, why is it your face? Baby, you are not trade. Also, your magazine cover was just not that good. You looked great, but the caption at the bottom, half of it was hard to read, and then the cameras in the top corner looked odd. I'm also a bit confused on your home screen because it says to select your preferences, and then it gives you two lists on completely opposite sides of the screen, where one of them can be selected from, and then the other one you can't. And then you have two options that are others. So it just kind of feels messy. I also did not really like your autobiography. I thought it was kind of boring, I'm not gonna lie. And yeah, that's kind of it. I did really like your runway. And I thought your voiceover was cute. So there's that.
And Max, You look so fucking terrible. It's not even funny, but it is funny. But it's not funny, but it is. This is low-key giving me Acid Betty, and I don't mean that in a good way. Your look in the magazine was so beautiful. Like, wow, what the fuck happened there? And the editing was nice, the storytelling was great. But a big problem I had was it was very visually hard to read due to the background you chose, because they were quite close in color to the text. And it doesn't help that the text was quite small, too. The app is great, and it's fun, and it does have a purpose. I just wish you delved into the details a little bit more, seeing as what the competitors did comparatively to what you did in just one singular graphic. It was a little bored.
You did so good this week. You looked fierce as fuck in that magazine cover. I thought overall was so good. I love the little news things it had everywhere. It was just very clean. I also loved your autobiography. It was such an emotional and compelling story. I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. I loved it. If I had to nitpick, I would have chosen a different background from the magazine cover, but I don't think that's a big deal. But, I would have done that personally. I also loved your app icon and the interface. The homepage is very easy to understand, even without the voiceover, and the icon tells me exactly what to expect when I'm opening this app. I also love how in-depth the voiceover was. It really had everything thought out, and I loved that. I also like your look. I like that it wasn't trying to exactly copy the sign, but more represent what the sign means in your look. And I also love that you chose this sign because you are a fat cow, and I love when people bring their culture to the runway. It's so beautiful.
Well, I've made some decisions. IKEA. Maybe now you can keep the car. Loda. Leave my elf twinks alone, you bitch. Max. Gerta anger. IKEA. Configurations, you are the winner of this week's challenge. Loda, Max, great job this week. You are both safe. Which means Frith and Hannahby. I'm sorry, my finger friends, but you are both the bottom two this week. Frith, unfortunately, you just look fucking hideous again. It has nothing to do with your app. Hannahby for you with both. You both must lip sync to Cobra by Megan Thee Stallion. Good luck, and you fuck it up. Oh. Okay. Frith, you are safe. Hannahby. I'm sorry, my finger friend, but I must ask you to vacate the premises immediately. Now, thank you all for joining us today. You better pop that pussy if you want to survive.